I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy, and today I'm doing a pick a card all about what is coming towards you in June. These are your June predictions. Now keep in mind these are general readings. This is a general session, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings. However, right now they are closed. There is a link below in my description box to my website that has all the information about getting on my wait list for my personal readings. Now before you see 3 piles of cards. Each one has a psychic linking object. I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity for each group. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you each object up close so you can get a better vibe of each group. Group 1, you are the pink candle. Group 2, you are the seashell. Group 3, you are the Floral Sage Bundle. Alright guys, so those are going to be your 3 selections. I will insert a little video with some music for those of you who need a little bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there's probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye guys. Hey Group 1, all of you that selected this pink candle, this is going to be your reading all about what is coming towards you in June. Keep in mind this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. If you can hear my air conditioner in the background, I'm sorry. I have to leave it on because your girl can't get hot, okay? All right, so let's get into the cards and see what came out for you. We have Bamboo Moon, Okay, and the other card I want to look at first is Sunset. Interesting that you have these two energies presenting in June. Let's get some other oracle cards first. We have Receiving. We have Choosing Experiences Wisely. I feel this energy of like moving into a new cycle. We have Blessed Day. Love to see this card come out. Let's see, we have Milk and Butter, 25. Like silk off one's flesh, I am the giver and I am your eternal. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. And let's get your tarot. We have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm not doing any reversals for this reading. We have the Three of Cups. Okay. The King of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And we have the Priest. All right. Okay, you guys. So there's definitely something you're letting go of with Sunset. Okay. The bamboo moon talks about perfect timing. The universe has perfect timing. And I feel like you are in the end of a cycle. Like I mentioned, there's something ending. And I feel like this ending has taken a while. And in June, you may be feeling this. You may be feeling exhaustion from the ending of this cycle. You may be feeling a little tired and a little worn out. And I feel like there's warmth coming in with the sunset, with this ending. It's almost like we have water here. She's at the mouth of a cave. So I feel like it's a weird feeling because I feel like she's in a cave and she's outside a cave. It's like a doorway, a portal of transition. And she's starting to see the sun here start to peek through. And it almost feels like this. I know it says sunset, but it feels almost like the sun is setting and it's rising. It's almost like you can't tell. You may be feeling some confusion in June about what exactly is going on. And it may not feel like this new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles is happening yet. You may not be feeling it. You may be real confused about it. Milk and butter is rich. You know, it's what gives food flavor. You know, you add it to like vegetables to give it a little bit of, oomph, to give it some stick to your ribs kind of stuff. Milk makes cereal edible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives food its fat, the things that make it cling to your bones kind of thing. It makes ice cream creamy, So it's the good things of life coming towards you. And then we have receiving. And we have blessed day here. So this is a lot of really good energy. Yet I feel this energy of like not quite yet embracing that. A little to a lot of apprehension, of not quite able to buy the ticket, like knowing you need to take the journey, knowing you need to walk through the mouth of the cave here, but like, you know what, I'm going to let that sun set and I'm going to sleep it off in this cave and I'm going to wait for the sunrise, right? Which is okay, because in this card, the sun is rising, okay? The sun is rising. And this card feels very much like the Star card in many ways. And I feel the universe in divine timing like pouring out blessings to you as we have the blessed day. Okay, so there may be a day in June for my group 1 that feels very much like a magical moment. A moment of receiving, a moment of validation, a moment where the wheel begins to shift, turn in your favor. Now, the thing about Pentacles, we have the King of Pentacles here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are slow movers. Okay, so I feel like this could be something that's very slow moving. You get a sign of it on a certain day, you get a whiff of it, but it may not be the powerful punch of like Wands energy. Okay, but it could be. All right, we have the Three of Cups here, so I feel like this is going to move through a group situation. Could be work, could be clients, could be schooling. It's some kind of validation for you, and it has to do with money. It has to do with resources. It has to do with your career. It has to do with something very profound that you'll be receiving. Okay, it's going to turn the wheel in your favor. But it has to do with a choice, okay, that you're aligning to. Okay, you're aligning to this choice. And I feel like the choice is connected to you coming out of the cave, okay, walking towards the sun. Because you feel the ending. You feel the coldness of the cave as the sun sets. You know that divine timing is at work. You've seen it work in your life before. Okay. You understand the bamboo moon and the wisdom of the universe. So you know the sun will rise again. And I feel like in June, there is something going on a particular day that is going to help validate the sun is rising. You're just going to feel like positivity. You're going to feel more aligned. There's some kind of validation, an offer. Something that's going to help you get clarity about the wheel turning. For some of you, it may be bigger than others. For some of you, it feels like someone reaching out as well. Tell me about this blessed day. Okay, we're going to move into the Kali Vibe Oracle. Tell me about this blessed day. Tell me more about this blessed moment, this moment we're manifesting. Tell me about this moment we're manifesting for my group 1 in June. This day, this time, this validation, this new beginning. Okay. We have, if you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a hello. So there's something you're letting go of. There is this choosing experiences wisely. There's some choice that you're going to be making in June, okay, that is going to align you with this energy. And I feel like it's a difficult choice. And it has to do with you coming out of the cave, coming out of isolation, coming out of a bad relationship, coming out of a bad working environment, maybe no longer isolating yourself from people, maybe no longer hiding or shrinking yourself, maybe no longer there's something about work here for some of you, maybe putting more of your work out there. But there's something that you're fundamentally changing in June, or you're choosing to change. And it may start off as a baby step. Don't poo-poo the baby steps, okay? They're very powerful, all right? It requires bravery, okay? And you're going to choose it. You're going to actively choose this, okay? Now, if you don't choose this in June, it doesn't mean the energy is not there. If it takes you longer to make the choice, so be it, all right? Don't get hung up on the timeline, okay? Don't get hung up on it. This is the energy coming towards you in June. This is something that's going to be available for you. Okay, tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. We want to know more. Earth element, grounded, stable, practical, hardworking. Okay, and then we have Taurus here in prosperity. So I feel like there is a wave of prosperity and possibility coming through this. Okay, Some of you guys, like there may be a moment where you decide like to switch jobs, or you're waiting for like a raise or some kind of validation that it's time for you to switch jobs, or a raise, or some kind of kudos at work. Or it may be that you're starting a business and it starts to kind of take off. Summer is filled with the flavor of nostalgia and fun. Okay. I feel like June is going to have more fun for you guys. It's going to be more grounded. I feel like that's part of this change. That's part of this shift for you. Choosing to have more grounded experiences. Choosing to have more fun. 3 of Cups here. I feel like it's almost like in group 1 is choosing to have a more enjoyable life. Instead of isolating or working so hard that you're not able to like participate in life. Sometimes when we work so hard, we burn ourselves out. And you may feel like you're in this cave because you're just drained. You're drained of life because you have worked so hard and you haven't enjoyed anything that you have worked so hard for, you know. And it's time you do that in June. Make time to enjoy. Your prosperity is coming. And I feel like you have had issues getting into the receivership of this blessed day, of this milk and butter. You've had issues with it because you've been working at it, okay? And now it's like the universe, your guides are saying, it's time for you this summer, or wherever you are, whatever the season is, to get into a receivership. Start receiving what you've worked for. Start receiving. Just start receiving from the universe. So you have to shift your perspective a little bit and actively choose that you're going to start having the energy of the universe is now giving to me, becoming aware. The universe is now bringing me things, and now I'm going to receive it with gratitude. And we have karma here. Yeah, I feel like you're manifesting some really good karma. Really beautiful things with the Wheel of Fortune here. I'm hearing fortune is going to shine upon you. Fortune this summer. I think June is the beginning of this. And I think it might make you uncomfortable. You may be an introvert here with this cave, the sunset energy, okay? Just rely on divine timing. Don't get hung up, you know, on the predictive element of this reading, okay? Because everyone's at a different place. And I feel like your guides, the universe wants you to focus on getting into receivership and having some joy, strength. You may be a Leo. Okay. I feel like it's almost like you need to kind of like ground, have some fun, and rebuild your strength. Because I feel like you have been going through so much with this really tough cycle. You've been healing a lot. And I feel like there is issues with letting the cycle end. Listen, when you work in heavy energy and heavy density, it can be tough when that's all you've known for a couple of years to let it go, because it becomes normal. We normalize being in tough situations. And when the tough situations begin to kind of work themselves out, or we work them out, or however it works, and the energy lightens up, we're like, this feels weird. And we sit on the edge of the cave, not knowing if we should leave or stay. And the thing is that whether you leave or stay or not, the sun's going to come up. Okay, the sun's going to set and it's going to rise in divine timing. And it's time for you to move towards the sunrise. It's time for you to get out into the light. It's time for you to enjoy your life, to get back in there, have some fun, meet some new people, okay? Do some things you want to do. I know that you guys have been working very hard, and yes, work is important. It's important for us to have meaningful work, but it's also important for you group 1, to have meaningful play. And if your play has lost its meaning, then you need to figure that out, okay? We have the 2 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, okay? And what I'm getting with this is know thyself. Okay, so I feel like in June, you are called to do more self-discovery. I feel like you've changed more than you know, and maybe the things that you used to think were fun aren't fun anymore. I feel like you've changed in some fundamental ways, and it's time for you to like rediscover what is fun for you. Perhaps there are new gifts here. There is new abilities. There's new interests. There's new curiosities that you haven't really, you've been having an inkling that you want to do it, but you haven't. And it's time for you to allow those things to blossom, because I feel like there may be something beyond that for you. Okay. So, a lot of times we have these urges to try new things, but we don't do them for whatever reason. Like, we don't want to spend the money, we don't want to spend the time, whatever. But I feel like sometimes when we get those inklings, those intuitions, and we don't follow through on them, there's a whole other pathway that's trying to unfold that we're blocking ourselves from, because we won't just give ourselves the opportunity to open up to that new thing, because it might not ultimately be the new thing that unfolds, but there may be something beyond that pathway of that new thing that is that thing that you're looking for, if you follow my thought pattern there. All right. Okay, group one, that's what I got for you for the month of June. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected the shell, this is going to be your reading all about what's coming towards you in June, your June predictions. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. So let's get into it and see what's coming forth for you. We have Drink from the Emerald Fountain, number 7. Let's see, I want to see this card right here. We have choices, or choice. Okay. We have a time for healing, intimacy, come to life, 43. Awareness of cosmic influences, accepting the past, sitting with sorrow, happiness, and then we have your tarot. I'm not taking any reversals. We have the Chariot, the Three of Wands, the Hanged Fae, the Tower, and the Two of Swords. Okay, you guys. For this group, I'm feeling sadness. I have felt this same energy in another reading. I've been feeling this for a couple of months. So this is for you guys who are like in mourning, or there's been some kind of huge loss, or you've just been going through a really super rough time, maybe a dark night of the soul. You're definitely sitting in some sorrow. Maybe there's been like a health issue, depression, something like that. But there's definitely super heavy energy here. Okay, lots of emotion. There's lots of water here. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, yeah, I guess fire water. Scorpio's water. I'm seeing fire water. I'm also feeling like Sagittarius energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius. I'm feeling Aquarius as well. Yeah, there's been a tower. This could happen. I feel like it's in the past. I don't feel like this is forthcoming. It could be, but I'm really pulling on sitting with the sorrow of this tower, sitting with the sorrow of this loss. So the focus seems to be on whatever this tower was, whatever happened here. I feel like it really topsy-turvy. Like it really has caused you to um I feel disturbed. I feel like it really is disturbing. Like I feel disturbed by this. Um there's confusion. There's confusion. It's like I don't know where to go with this. I don't know where to put this big heaping pile of sadness, of sorrow, of depression. How does one go on? How does one pick up and go on? Listen, I understand this. I have had issues with serious levels of depression since I was a kid. Okay, so I understand grieving and depression are different, like grieving like an unalive situation. So I'm going to talk about this generally, but I want to tell you I am not a counselor, so please seek professional help. That's what they're there for. I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. I too have had mental health issues. So I'm just speaking from someone who's had experience, and I have, you know, my abilities, and that's that. Okay, so please seek help. But we have happiness on the table here. We have come to life and time for healing. And I feel like you are extremely hard on yourself. You are so in your head about your depression, your sorrow, your sadness, your grief, whatever this is. It's almost like, and I understand this, and I am not judging you. I don't want you to feel like I'm judging you. I try very hard not to judge people, okay? Because I've been here. I know what it's like to be enveloped in your depression or darkness to the point where it is comfort to feel this, because it is so normalized in your world that it feels comfort to feel this darkness, okay? And it's scary to feel the light shine upon you. The thought of happiness after the loss with the tower, the shock of it seems almost shallow to some of you. It seems like, how can I possibly smile again after the light in my life is removed? Now, some of you, this could be like your health has not been good. It could be that you've literally lost somebody to the other side, or to a breakup, or someone, you know, you had to go no contact, or you've lost a job, or you lost an opportunity, or you've been trying at something and it hasn't been working, or, you know, you have trauma here and that's a whole nother complex issue, or you're struggling with some kind of addiction or ED, and I am by no means trying to trigger you, okay? I want you to know I understand. And your comfort in your depression, I understand that, okay? I want you to know that we seek safety in what feels normal, even if it is dysfunctional, okay? But there comes a time in everyone's life when we must crawl out of our shadow, because we need the light to grow. As a human being, we cannot grow in the darkness. And I feel like you want to grow. I feel like you know on some level that it is time to come out. It's time to come out of your darkness, that your mourning is over. And I think I have felt this in last month or the month before that. Like, it's time to come to life. I guess I'll cover her nipplage up. But it's time to come to life. It's time to heal yourself. It's time for healing. It's time for you to allow the healing to begin. And this intimacy here is about intimacy with yourself. You know the very darkest recesses of your soul. It's time for you to get to know the very light joyful recesses of your soul. It's time for you to run towards your light. Okay. It's time for balance. It's time for you to choose. See the light in this forest? It's kind of dark there, right? And there's these portals of light. Okay. You may want to do this as a visualization where you see yourself in your own personal dark forest and picture ahead of you portals of light. See yourself running or crawling or slowly walking or whatever, floating, whatever, to these portals, or allow them to move towards you. Then we have this card, Drink from the Emerald Fountain. Okay, this feels like emotion. There are other emotions besides sorrow. There are other emotions for you to explore. And happiness is one of them. Joy is one of them. Laughter is one of them. You deserve to have that experience. We are not just here to be sad. And I know that that's a tough choice. You know, that's a tough place to go, right? When you have been suffering so. But it's time. And if you have guilt about going towards happiness again, becoming happy again after this loss, after this situation, I want you to know that people, spirits from the other side, that's what they want you to do. They want you to be happy. They want you to go on living. They want you to embrace your life. They don't want you to spend forever mourning their loss. If you have gone no contact with somebody, or someone has ghosted you, or you've moved from a job, or whatever this is, understand that other people move on. This is part of life. You have to learn how to move on. It's part of moving in an adult world. It's part of your growth. It's part of maturity. A lot of times when we're traumatized, we don't learn how to do this because we don't learn how to process cycles. We learn how to survive. We learn how to stay alive. We don't worry about the cycles because we don't even see them. We're just not even aware. We're just like hyper vigilant, ready to go, ready to protect, ready to fight our next moment to stay alive. And now we're in this healing energy, right? Sorry, I had to cough. We're in this healing energy, right? With healing, there's movement. Moving through the energy of depression and sorrow into this energy of happiness. Now, you just don't go from one to the other, okay? There's a process, right? And that's what you're learning to do, that you're learning the process. So how does it work? Well, we have the Two of Swords here. So there's a lot of self-reflection that happens. This is my finding. This is my understanding. And that's why sometimes it's good to have professionals that help you with the self-reflection. The self-reflection helps you gain the wisdom from your tower. Whatever this tower moment was that threw you for a loop, okay? That threw you in this sense of stasis. You learn a lot about yourself and about other people. And you process it. You process the emotion. You process your reaction. And then with the Three of Wands, you can kind of see how things begin to kind of come together. You start to be able to visualize maybe how you can move on. Hope, the light in the dark forest, the light in the tunnel, starts to appear. And you're like, okay, well, maybe, if it's a job, Maybe you're in a job you hate. Maybe you feel hopeless about it. Maybe you've been written up and you're like, I just hate it here. I'm so depressed about it. Maybe you reflect about it. Perhaps you go get some counseling and you discover that I do have talents through therapy. And you start putting a resume out. This is an example. You put your resume out. Maybe it takes 20. Maybe you go to some interviews. Some don't go well, some do. You're working the process. And then boom, you have motion. You have some victory. And there you find happiness. It's a process. It's a process of recovery that a lot of people don't learn how to do. Okay? I feel like group 2 in June, that's what you're doing. You're learning how to recover. You're learning how to move forward. Okay? The emerald stone is a precious, precious jewel. Okay? It's a special jewel. It's a jewel of enlightenment. And I feel like you are on a self-illumination journey. Okay? A lot of people who suffer from depression are very smart, highly intelligent. They see the world as it really is. They live in reality. A little too much almost. Like you guys could use some dreamland experiences because reality is really real for y'all. But also, too much of that apocalyptic kind of thinking isn't good for you. Because you lose the sense of wonder that as human beings we have just in the world, in each other. The magic of being human, the magic of being on the planet, the magic in nature. There's a magic to being here that's just part of our reality. And when we experience a lot of the negative, you have, group 2, you can start to lose connection to that. I did. And it can make you feel hopeless. And I feel like group 2 in June, you start to see hope again. You start to reconnect with possibility, with magic, with wonder. You have to actively seek this. You have to actively commune with those things, with nature, with your own mechanisms of hope. It's not something that's just going to, pop on your nose like a butterfly, although that could very well happen. You never know. Let's get some more energy for you guys. Tell me more about group 2 for June. Now, we have cosmic awareness here, 33, as my card flies off the table. Okay, we have prosperity is yours. All right. Okay, I'm going to have to do a reading on Taurus and Jupiter for the next year because these prosperity cards have been coming out in my readings lately, and I feel like a lot of people are going to benefit from Jupiter and Taurus for the next year or so. And I feel like you guys probably, a lot of you guys don't care. You're just at that place where you're like, I do not care about my prosperity right now. I want to be okay for the next 24 hours. Some of you are at that place, and I hear you, okay? But know that there's really good energy generally going around right now in the universe, okay? So it's a really good time for you to heal, okay? Because with that healing comes this abundant energy. Abundance isn't just money. Abundance can be in happiness. It's the sun card. We have the sunflower here, very much like the sun card in the traditional tarot. Abundance is people, places, things. It's not just stacks of cash. Opportunities. If you're wanting a different job, if you're wanting to write a book, if you're wanting more family time, if you're wanting just, like to feel alive again. And I can relate to that. There was a time when I was in bed, very, very sick, feeling very, very hopeless, that I just wanted to feel like a human being again. That energy around you is available, but you have to move to it, because once you check out, you have to check back in. Once you check out of life, you have to, it's just like when you go get money from a debit machine, okay, from a money machine. You have to put your card in. You have to log in, put your PIN number in. You have to check in, okay? You have to do some kind of action and say, universe, I know that I kind of checked out, but here I am. I'm showing back up, okay? That's a sign of faith. That's a sign of, you know what? I needed a break, however long it is, but I'm here. I've mustered some faith here. I mustered up some faith. I've got some faith. Give it to me. I'm going to give it all I got. Commit. Make the choice that you are going to journey towards the light in your life. And it can be something very minute, okay? To care for those who once cared for us is one of life's highest honors. You guys, I feel like some of you guys have like a grandmother spirit, an ancestor spirit, a great-grandmother, a great-great-grandmother. It feels like grandmother, especially with this card around you. And she is rooting for you. She is pulling for you on the other side. Okay, so lean on her. Okay, lean on her energy as you do this. Because I feel like for some of you, this is not just a walking to the light journey. This is a journey, okay? My walking to the light journey wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to get up and walk to the light. No, I crawled on my face to get to the light, okay? I was very physically weak. I was very sick with autoimmune disease. I was literally at the crossroads. It was a choice between being here and not being here, okay? So it was a fight. It was a fight for my life, okay? And you guys may be in that situation. And I had to seek help. You know, I had to go to doctors. I had to get proactive about my health. I had to make a lot of choices that were in my highest good that made other people angry. Okay, you have to be willing. That's what I mean by walking on my face. I had to do things that made other people angry. I had to do things that were in my highest good. And I had, you know, it was hard. It was physically hard. It was mentally hard. It was emotionally hard. But I got to the light. And you can too. Okay? So don't give up on yourself. But it's worth it. It's worth it. You're worth it. And you have ancestors. Some of you guys have passed over loved ones. I feel like for some of you, this is recent. For some of you guys are grieving a passed over loved one. They're actually with you. Okay. And they want to help you get out of this. Okay. They want to help. They don't want to. It's like, I don't want to leave you like this. Like, I can't leave you. Like, I'm going to cry. Like, I can't leave you like this. Like, you can't stay like this. I love you too much. Like, you can't stay like this. You have to go towards the light. You have to love yourself enough to keep on living. Love me enough to keep on living. Nothing haunts us like the things we don't say. Speak your truth. If this has to do with someone who's passed on, speak it. Write them a letter. They will hear you. Write them a letter. They will see it. Okay? We're talking spirit here. All right? Write a letter to your ancestors. Some of you guys, you need to work on your throat chakra. Okay? Your throat chakra is blocked. Okay? And it's coming from your root. Some of you guys, I'm not going to trigger you. We talked about trauma. Some of you guys have some trauma you need to work on. Okay? Throat chakra, I speak truth. Yes, some of you guys have some throat chakra stuff you need to work on. All right. And in June, it feels like that would be a really good time for you to do that. Okay. All right, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey group 3, all of you that selected the Floral Sage Bundle. This is going to be your reading all about what's coming towards you in June. These are going to be your June predictions, if you will. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, let's see what came out for you. We have Spin the Silken Thread. All right. Let's see. We have Adventure. Hey, hey, hey. That's good. Oh, they're all stuck together. Okay. We have Independence. That's a pretty card. Let me get this other one. We have Seclusion. All right. I'm going to move that right there. She Feels, She Knows, 22. That is just really in the way. Okay, let me move this stuff around. Okay, there we go. Maybe it'll fit here. That's better. Okay. Now we have Experiencing the Reality of Change, Practicing Daily Spirituality, Confidence is Your Key to Success, Sacred Waters, 35, Drunken by the Swell of the Sea, I can feel the blanket of her embrace, unafraid of the presence, releasing the cords, I call her in, I call her deeply within. We have Change. Okay, you guys are manifesting some kind of big change. We have a lot of tarot cards. Okay. I'm not reading reversals. We have a Knight of Pentacles. We have the Empress. Let's see. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Five of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. Okay. So, big change. There's a big change coming towards you. Okay. It feels very positive with the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles. The Five of Swords tells me that this and the Eight of Swords, this has been a fight. This has been a struggle. Okay. With the seclusion here. This has been extremely difficult. I feel like you have been alone in this struggle. You have felt alone or literally have been left alone. A lot of you guys may have abandonment issues, or you have literally been abandoned by people you thought would never leave you, or you have been fighting this in silence. Some of you guys have been carrying like bills alone, those kind of burdens. Some of you guys, it's just been an emotional battle. Not just, I mean, it's, you know, it's big. I don't mean to in any way make it sound like it's just big emotional battles by yourself. No, it's huge. It's huge. This is huge. This change is huge. This shift is huge. I want to get some clarity on this because it feels like this is something that you've been working on for a while, okay? And it's almost like the reading isn't really focusing on this energy that you're leaving, okay? But I want to get a little bit more information about it because I feel like to honor the past is important because it feels like it's taken a lot to get you out of this energy. I'm being pulled to like the sage bundle with the flowers on it. And I feel like, you know, flowers don't just bloom overnight. They have to grow from a plant, a seed. And that seed needs special care. And, you know, you have to plant it, water it. It needs sun. It needs nutrients. You have to keep the bugs off the plant. You have to weed it. You have to watch it. We have the King of Wands and we have the Moon. I feel like a lot of manipulative energy, betrayal, lying energy. I feel like you saw the truth in a situation and it left you alone. alone with yourself, alone with your thoughts. I feel like you felt like you couldn't turn to anybody. Perhaps this person isolated you and made you feel like you couldn't turn to anybody, but you definitely felt isolation. And it could be that Cancer energy, Cancer-like energy here. You just felt like you couldn't talk to anybody. You couldn't trust anybody. Libra, Taurus energy, Leo energy. You just didn't trust anybody. We have Leo over here. I feel like it was a shot to your confidence as well, this situation. You didn't see any way out. Perhaps you're still in that energy of you don't really see how this is all going to come together, this change. However, I feel the shift is coming through this she feels, she knows energy. Because deep down, you're very intuitive, you're very empathic, and deep down, you know yourself. You know who you are. You know what you're meant to do, okay? And all of this chaotic, heavy energy, this energy that has caused you to feel alone or literally be alone, was very catalytic. It's really helped you become very independent. I think you're more independent than what you think you are. I think you've healed a lot. I think healing a lot of your emotions, healing a lot of your own issues has become almost second nature to you. You have learned to take responsibility for yourself. And because of this, you have begun to weave a web to manifest your future, to begin to put together a kind of idea, an energetic signature, if you will, the frequency of your future manifestations. And they're beginning to come forward with this change. You, my friend, have changed. And I feel like people around you can feel this. You are growing fearless. And it seems to me in June, you begin to feel the reality of this change. It's almost like instead of it just being an inner reality, it begins to reflect in your outside world. You can't ignore it anymore. And we have this adventure card. I feel like your life is going to go from this seclusion energy to this adventure energy. And I feel like you're going to feel more brave in your actions because of this confidence and because you're going to be blooming. Literally, you're going to flower. You're going to begin to flower. There is the Empress here. She is pregnant, okay? There's something you're creating or birthing, okay? With the Four of Cups, for some of you guys, there is something coming out of the blue. It's almost like you may wake up one day and just, boom, you're the Empress. Boom, you're there. You're doing it. You're living it. You're being it. You're no longer in seclusion. You're no longer in this heavy energy. You're no longer in this painful energy. You're in the sacred waters of becoming. Now, I feel like with the practicing daily spirituality, I feel like there's some kind of practice you've been doing that has been helping you to weave this energy of creation, of this frequency that you are ascending to, okay? that you are walking into, that you are becoming aware that you already have. Did you hear me? You're becoming unblocked in the awareness that you already have this energy signature. And walking into the awareness of it, she feels and she knows. You feel the energy and you know that you have it. You know that you are this confident person. That all this shit, all this crap, this King of Wands energy, all the issues that left you feeling trapped, all the energy that made you feel alone or secluded or abused, all of that can no longer block you from what is meant for you. And so you walk into the truth of yourself. You walk into self-empowerment and you allow it to manifest change in your life. You stop blocking yourself from action and you just do the action. And instead of putting an expectation on the outcome of the action, you receive from the universe what it will be. And you understand that whatever it will be, the result will be in perfection. It will be perfect timing. It will be exactly what you need at the time to keep you going forward. Let's get you some more cards. Shuffle these up. Tell me more about what's going on for my group 3. You have the Empress here. Healing, nurturing, successful, creative, inspired. You won't see if you can unless you cross the bridge. Okay? This change requires you to cross the bridge from seclusion to adventure. Okay? So you're going to have to be brave. You're going to have to be brave. You're going to have to cross this bridge. All right? And you're going to have to not worry about what's on the other side. It's an adventure. All right? It's fun. Start looking at this journey as something fun. Something that is going to unfold. Because that's how life should be. It should be a fun journey. And you deserve to have some fun. I just want to show you guys something. This is 32, which reduces to a 5. This is a 5. Okay? This is a 14, which reduces to a 5. These are all 5 cards. 5, 5, 5. Change. Major change coming for group 3. Now, I feel like some of you guys will have major change in June. Some of you guys will have a lesser degree of change as far as awareness goes. It's different for different people, okay? We have sometimes the solution is easier than we think. Just do it, okay? Some of you guys are overthinking it. Some of you guys have some kind of perfectionist idea about how this needs to unfold for you. You need to lose the perfectionist idea and just do it. Just whatever this is, whatever the bridge is for you, stop trying to make it be a certain way. Just do that thing. Cross the bridge. Just get across it, okay? And see what's on the other side. It's not as scary as you think it is. You're making it more scary than it actually is, okay? And you're slowing your progress down by overthinking it. Give me another card for my group 3 here. Give me another card for June for my group 3. You're making it more complicated. Look around and hit the ground running. Again, I'm getting like action. Action, action. Just do it. You have to do it to experience the reality of change. You must cross the bridge. You must do the thing. Some of you guys have been putting this off. You've been putting it off. Just do it. Just do it. Just like Nike. The Nike slogan. Just do it. All right. This is a wake-up call to make changes. Okay? Change, change, change. Cross the bridge. Just do it. Again, there is some kind of changes you need to make. It may be that you need a daily routine. You need to set up a spiritual practice. You need to wake up at every day at a certain time. You need to make changes to cross the bridge in the first place. You need to get organized. Now, I'm not saying you take on everything at one time. Don't overwhelm yourself. But, you know, I crossed many bridges by making very small changes. Okay? I climbed many mountains by very small changes. So don't disregard small changes. They can really have a huge effect. Okay? We have angels are healing you. All right? I feel like a lot of you guys don't realize how much healing you have done. And the idea of massive change is coming through for group 3 because you're capable of it. Okay? You're very capable of this adventure. You're very capable of crossing the bridge from seclusion to adventure. It wouldn't be here if you're not. Feel it and know it to be so. Know it to be so. I think you're assuming that what's on the other side of the bridge is not so great because you've experienced a lot of not so great. It's okay. What if what's on the other side of the bridge is fabulous? What if it's wonderful? What if it's that moment that you've been needing? That moment where everything is just kind of so awesome and you get to celebrate. Maybe you haven't had very many moments to celebrate. Wouldn't that be great to have a moment to celebrate, to feel good? I think you need that. Why don't you allow yourself to have that idea that the universe is going to manifest a moment for you to celebrate? And perhaps in order for you to get there, you got to cross that bridge. That bridge isn't going anywhere, you guys. And you can't walk around it. All right? So, okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope that was helpful. If this resonated, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.